Hi, this is Dana Lau. Welcome back to Mindful Entrepreneurship. Today we will get off beating a dead horse. Like and subscribe so that you can get more valuable information about business. Everybody is looking for ways to make their business succeed. Entrepreneurs are a passionate bunch. We chase dreams, embrace challenges, and pour our heart and soul into our ventures. But sometimes our passion can blind us to the reality of a failing project. Just like flogging a dead horse won't make it run faster, pouring resources into a doomed business venture is a recipe for disaster. Recognizing when to cut your losses and redirect your energy is crucial for long-term success. In the startup world, we call this the pivot. It's about recognizing when a particular path isn't working and having the courage to change direction. This doesn't mean giving up on your dreams. It means being adaptable, learning from your mistakes, and finding a new path that leads to sustainable growth. This essay will guide you in identifying and escaping the trap of beating a dead horse, and instead, focusing on strategies for maintaining positive cash flow, the lifeblood of any successful business. So how do you know if you're beating a dead horse? There are several red flags that signal it's time to reassess your strategy. First and foremost, consistently missing key performance indicators, KPIs, is a major warning sign. Whether it's lagging sales, low customer engagement, or missed deadlines, failing to hit your targets suggests that your project might be off track. Secondly, a lack of market demand for your product or service is a clear indicator of trouble. If customers aren't excited about what you're offering, it's unlikely that you'll see sustainable success. This is where the principles of lean startup come in. By constantly testing your assumptions and gathering customer feedback, you can avoid investing heavily in a product or service that nobody wants. Remember, it's better to adapt and iterate based on real-world data than to cling to a vision that's not resonating with your target audience. One of the biggest obstacles to recognizing a failing project is the sunk cost fallacy. This psychological bias leads us to continue investing in something simply because we've already invested time, money, or effort into it, even when all signs point to failure. We convince ourselves that giving up would mean wasting our previous investments. However, this is a dangerous trap. The reality is that sunk costs are gone, and throwing good money after bad won't bring them back. The rational decision is to cut your losses and focus on opportunities with a higher probability of success. This can be a tough pill to swallow, especially for passionate entrepreneurs who are emotionally invested in their projects. But remember, recognizing when to walk away is not a sign of weakness, but rather a sign of wisdom and strategic thinking. Positive cash flow is the lifeblood of any successful business. Simply put, it means having more cash coming into your business than going out. It's the financial cushion that allows you to cover your expenses, invest in growth opportunities, and navigate economic downturns. Without positive cash flow, even the most promising businesses can find themselves struggling to survive. Maintaining positive cash flow is about more than just generating revenue. It requires careful expense management, efficient collection of receivables, and strategic investments. By mastering the art of cash flow management, you can ensure that your business has the financial resources it needs to thrive in both the short and long term. Section 5. Decoding positive cash flow, revenue, expenses, and smart investments. Positive cash flow boils down to three key elements: revenue generation, expense management, and strategic investment. Revenue is the fuel that powers your business. It's the income you generate from selling your products or services. Increasing revenue can involve attracting new customers, increasing sales to existing customers, or introducing new product lines. Expense management involves controlling your costs. This includes everything from rent and utilities to salaries and marketing expenses. By negotiating better rates with suppliers, outsourcing non-core functions, and finding creative ways to reduce overhead, you can free up more cash flow to invest back into your business. Section 6. The cash flow cycle. Understanding the rhythms of your business. The cash flow cycle, also known as the cash conversion cycle, is the time it takes for a business to convert its investments in inventory and other resources into cash flow from sales. Understanding your cash flow cycle is crucial for managing your working capital and ensuring that you have enough cash on hand to meet your short-term obligations. The cycle starts with cash on hand, which is used to purchase inventory or raw materials. These materials are then used to produce goods or services, which are sold to customers. However, the cash from these sales is not always immediately available. Depending on your payment terms, you may have to wait several weeks or even months to collect your receivables. This lag between making payments and receiving payments is where cash flow management becomes critical. Section 7. Fueling growth with positive cash flow, from expansion to innovation. Positive cash flow is not just about keeping the lights on, it's the fuel that propels your business towards growth and expansion. With a healthy cash flow, you have the resources to invest in new equipment, hire additional staff, expand into new markets, and even acquire other businesses. Moreover, positive cash flow provides the financial stability to invest in research and development, allowing you to innovate and stay ahead of the competition. By developing new products, services, or processes, you can attract new customers, increase your market share, and secure your long-term success. Section 8. Shifting gears. Reallocating resources for maximum impact. Once you've identified a failing project, the next step is to reallocate your resources to more promising endeavors. This might involve shifting your focus to a different product line, targeting a new customer segment, or even pivoting to a completely different business model. The key is to be agile and adaptable, and to base your decisions on data and market feedback. Remember, sunk costs are irrelevant at this point. Don't be afraid to cut your losses and redirect your resources to areas with a higher probability of success. This might involve making tough decisions, such as laying off employees or closing down unprofitable divisions. However, these decisions are often necessary to ensure the long-term health and sustainability of your business. Section 9. Striking a balanced cash flow mastery for business success. Mastering your cash flow is an ongoing process. It requires constant vigilance, proactive planning, and the willingness to adapt to changing circumstances. By regularly reviewing your financial statements, forecasting your cash flow, and implementing sound financial management practices, you can ensure that your business has the resources it needs to not only survive but thrive. Remember, beating a dead horse is never a winning strategy. By learning to recognize the signs of a failing project, embracing the principles of lean startup methodology, and prioritizing positive cash flow, you can increase your chances of building a successful and sustainable business. Remember, in the world of entrepreneurship, sometimes the smartest move is knowing when to change course.